innovation, resilience, agility. It's how Michigan businesses work together and continue to build the future. Our expertise, talented workforce, and collaborative environment are making a difference now and shaping the future. Join us and make your mark where it matters. Visit michiganbusiness.org/radio to put your plans in motion. That's michiganbusiness.org/radio.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases, even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. I have got a lovely video you got to watch, okay?
All right.
This is spreading virally, and it puts two of your favorite things together, Steve. Toddlers and wine. Who does it? I mean, there's a combo.
It's a couple of my favorite things right there, BJ.
Yeah, there is. I mean, it's a toddler, and this toddler is begging her mom for wine.
I want wine.
You can't have wine. You're too young anyways.
I want wine.
Why do you want wine?
I love that, that's the toddler logic. It's like the request and the answer to why are the same.
Oh, that's a mistake. That's not a toddler. That's actually your daughter this weekend.
Yep.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, they sound kind of the same.
Yeah, they do.
I want wine.
Hello.
Love that kid.
Franzia,
Yeah.
of course.
Of course. I mean, the kid, give the kid some box wine.
Yep.
Come on, she can't.
Black box if she's feeling fancy.
Well, yeah. I love this kid. This kid's awesome.
I want wine.
You can't have wine. You're too young anyways.
I want wine.
Why do you want wine?
I want wine.
You know why she wants wine? It's because mom's listening to Coldplay, and not even the good Coldplay.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the crappier, newer stuff by the band.
Yeah, kid needs some wine for that. Yeah.
Can't handle this music, Mom.
Mom, seriously, you got to change the jam.
Coldplay?
Come on, give me some wine. If I got to listen to this, then I need some wine. I want wine. Why do you want wine? I want wine.
That truly is your daughter on a Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
There's no good reason for the wine.
No.
She just needs the wine.
Oh, yeah. I miss the days where, I forgot that kid logic is great. You just get to give the same statement, same answer, same question. I forgot about that being a kid. Why do you want that? I want that. Yeah, but why? I want that. It's like, okay, I'm not going to get anything but that particular line from you.
Well, who are we to blame? Because sometimes kids will be like, don't do that. Well, why? Because I said so. So we're really teaching them that there's not a good reason for anything.
Oh, that's a very good point. So the kids have learned. They've like, all right, well, we can use the same logic on you, sir.
Right. Mom and Dad are giving me stupid reasons why I can't pick my nose and eat it. So
I want wine. That's great.
Gross. I don't know. That was the first thing I thought of, man.
Yeah.
Really? We've been off for a few days.
Yeah. Are we sure that's the first thing you thought of because it came to your head, or if it was a pattern of a young Stephen?
I want wine and boogers.
Yeah. I want wine and boogers. Steven. Alrighty. Well, I got to tell you about this gas station that had to ban people from their store because they were using the microwave for a very insane reason. Steve's going to tell you all about it. He's got the news for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Most fifth graders have a better grasp of the English language. Unfortunately, there aren't any available this early in the morning. This is News with Steve Miggs.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks to Colorado State University Global Campus for giving us news and sports. And happy National Hug a Drummer Day.
Oh, hey.
Come on, everybody. It's time to hug me, BJ.
Wow. I think I'll...
All right, Danny's going to hug me.
All right, pass.
Get over here.
Oh, look at that big old hug.
He even got 3 bro taps on that one.
You don't like being hugged.
I like being hugged by Danny because now I smell good.
Oh, there is that. Yeah. If I hug you, you're just going to smell like despair.
Anger. Yeah. Available at Macy's.
Anger.
All right, well, it's also National Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work Day.
Oh, please.
Who is going to do that?
You know who would do that?
Vicky.
Yeah, thank God she's out sick today.
Today's her one day where she can actually bring in her teddy bear.
Yeah.
It's also Stop Bullying Day, so it's probably a good thing that she didn't come in with her teddy bear.
We would have bullied her.
Yes. Yeah. So it all comes together perfectly.
We would have failed that day.
Well, I just read something, speaking of getting hugged. Apparently, being hugged really does make people feel better, BJ.
Oh, then I did a great job at my high school reunion.
Did you hug people?
I was hugging everybody.
What? You don't hug any of us, and you hug people you haven't seen in 40 years?
I know, but I had a couple of beverages. That might have been it.
We need to get you drunk in the mornings then. Yeah, they say when people receive at least one hug a day, they're less likely to dwell on any bad moments that happen in their life.
Except if you don't like to be hugged, and then you're dwelling on the fact that people are hugging me all day.
I didn't even ask, though, who they're being hugged by, because, you can't just, go up to somebody without consent. Let me hug you. It's going to be good if you're miserable.
Yeah.
So anyways, there you go.
Oh, man. Well, there you go. National Hug Day, and you make people
Hug a Drummer Day. It's only for drummers. So,
dang it.
That's right.
All right, hold on. Hey, how about that, huh? I'm a drummer now.
I like how he's waiting for you to hug him, Steve.
That was terrible.
No. It didn't say National Great Drummer Day.
That's a good point.
It did say hug a great drummer.
That's a very
All right, come on.
Like some person says, our society is so pathetic. Let's have a national day for every stupid thing in the world.
Yep.
How about National Be Blank and Normal Day?
Wow.
Oh, then we'd all fail at that on this show.
Sorry, buddy.
All right, let's talk about something that's not normal. Is that when you go to a gas station, you don't expect somebody to be warming up their urine in the microwave.
Yeah, baby.
This is happening not just once, but a lot at a gas station in Florida, to the point where they actually had to put up a sign saying, hey, you are not allowed to warm up your urine in our microwave.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Here's why it's happening, is that there's 2 labs that do drug tests nearby.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are like, well, this is my last chance at warming up this fake pee, or someone else's, because they say that that's a giveaway if it's not a certain temperature. And usually people don't warm it up to the proper temperature anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the proper temperature is because I'm never in a situation where I need to warm up my urine. Yeah. Well, anyways, here's the woman that owns the gas station. Her name is Perul, and here she is talking about it.
We got sick and tired of people bringing in their urine containers. They're just random people walking. Yeah. And when we try to stop these kind of people, they become so aggressive with us. She started cussing at me. And she said, well, where is the sign that says you can't use this for this kind of purpose? And that gave me an idea. I said, you know what? If that's what you're asking me, then I'll put the sign saying this is only for food use and not to use for your urine or anything else.
Yeah. See, I always wonder that whenever you see a sign that's ridiculous, you're like, somebody must have done something to warrant making this sign.
Yeah.
And that's proof of it. Because I remember one time being in L.A., it might have been when we all went for some reason, and being at the pool, and it had a giant sign that just said, if you've had diarrhea in the last couple of days, please do not use our pool. And I'm like,
yeah.
why does that sign even exist?
Why do I want to go swim in that pool also is a question.
Well, the water was warm.
Oh, sure was. And it looked like Lake Erie.
This guy, I'm not even sure what this guy was trying to do with this, but he's an idiot and got arrested. He's 28 years old, and most people know you're not allowed to counterfeit money. Well, this guy got busted in Florida again at a library where he was printing out a bunch of counterfeit bills.
Was he now?
Here's the cop talking about how low quality these bills were.
He found a template on Pinterest to print bills and decided to give it a whirl himself. It wasn't very good. It was obviously on plain paper quality, but he didn't really have a whole specific reason besides he was just trying to see what they would turn out like. The U.S. bill is generally made of a combination of cotton and linen, so it's very difficult to recreate that type of texture.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Yes, he is.
Here's another idiot. 31-year-old guy in Kentucky. His name is Alex. And on Saturday night, he burned his home down, his actual home.
What?
Cops are like, hey, why would you burn your own house down? His answer, I wanted to get rid of memories.
Oh, so he intentionally did this.
Yeah, apparently he says it was his family's old house. They were about to lose it, so he said, I'm torching it instead because he wanted to get rid of all the memories that were in the home, which, maybe just move. That's what some people usually do when they want to get out of a home that reminds them of certain things.
I'll show you, Bank. I'll burn it down.
And he was arrested for second-degree arson.
Yep.
PJ, I'm sure you're in a good mood because, A, you're fresh off of your high school reunion.
Yeah.
And B, your Boston Red Sox are moving on to the American League Championship Series.
Yeah, they are.
They beat the Yankees.
Yeah.
Man, it was a little bit of a nail-biter at the end. They're up 4-1. Next thing you know, it's 4-3.
I know.
And they end up winning the game. But what I love about it, I got to give props to your Red Sox for the ultimate trolling of the Yankees after they won the championship. Did you hear this?
I think I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
They're in the locker room celebrating, and this is what's going on. They're listening to New York, New York.
You know why they did that?
Because they beat the Yankees?
No, that was in. I mean, they beat the Yankees, but Aaron Judge, after the Yankees won Game 2, was singing "New York, New York," leaving Fenway Park. So it was kind of an answer to the fact that Judge started it, if you will.
Oh, there's something new.
Yeah, so it wasn't like they were going to be complete trolls, but it still was very trolly.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's just hilarious. But now, so the American League Championship Series is going to start on Saturday. Your Red Sox taking on the Houston Astros. That's in Game 1, and on Friday, the National League Championship Series begins with the Dodgers taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. And as I've declared, the Milwaukee Brewers is my team to root for.
All right.
When it comes down to it.
We may be bitter enemies if we both get lucky enough to get to the World Series.
I need to get myself a Milwaukee Brewers shirt just in time.
Oh, yeah. All right. You can do this.
What's the return policy on that if they don't make it to the next round?
Yeah, that's a good point. You might want to.
And this happened over the weekend, but I have to play it because it's now making its way on the internet. People are sharing it a bunch, and it's just freaking awesome. So the Carolina Panthers, they ended up beating the New York Giants 33-31 over the weekend with 1 second left, a 63-yard field goal by Graham Gano, which, I mean, just added more drama for the New York Giants. They're just falling apart, it seems, with the stuff that's going on in the locker room, whatever. But that was a pretty epic field goal, 63 yards. But what was even more epic was the Spanish language version of the call. So they had their commentators doing it in Spanish, and the way that they announced the field goal was just fantastic.
Le ha sobrado distancia, le van a servir. Tiene altura, tiene profundidad, va a llegar. ¡Ganó, lo ganó! ¡Señor! ¡Ganó, lo ganó! ¡Yo sí le voy a los trates! ¡Taca! ¡Yo sí le voy a los trates! ¡Taca!
Wow.
I like that he threw the senor in there in the middle of it all. Just, respectful.
Yeah.
Oddly, that was audio from Vicky's weekend. So.
Yes. You're right. That's why she couldn't come in today. She threw her voice out.
Yeah, that's what it was. Well, we didn't know she had this moonlighting career.
Why aren't the NBC and the Fox announcers doing this?
Oh, I know. Laganda? He kept saying that a lot.
And of course, the one day when we need somebody to translate what was said, Vicky's not here for us.
So I thought I heard gato. That means cat, right?
No, I think that's the guy's name, Gano or Gano, senor.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what that was saying. I don't know, but he's very excited. It is almost soccer style. You know what I mean? It really is. Boy, you know what? Steve Rabel's going to have to step it up.
Yes, he is.
Touchdown
Holy
Seahawks.
Catfish my ass.
Yeah, that's not going to cover it, buddy. Wouldn't that be great if Steve Rabel just started doing that? Just started going all soccer announcer? That would be so great.
Somebody said it sounds like this.
Nice. Oh, yeah. All right, I like it.
Anyways. Oh, this just in. Proper temperature for urine to be submitted to a drug test is between 90 and 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, that means you definitely have to have it inside your body because the body's warmer inside. So you got to, there's only one place I know to store something like that if you're going to have to bring it in a container.
And where is that, PJ?
Oh, prison style. Or there. Yeah.
Another person brought a very good point. Hey, Steve, how about it has to be at body temperature? You know, I never really thought about that, but you're right. Body temperature is probably a good temperature for your urine to be when you're trying to do a drug test.
Yeah, all right. But it's hard to have it at that body temperature because of the internal body temperature. Yeah, I mean, if you hold it under your arm, I don't know if that'll count.
So he says, speaking of jumping on the bandwagon, I just bought a Cleveland Browns jersey because they're 2-1-1.
I know. How about the Browns?
As far as weather, 61 degrees and sunny, and thank you, Washington State Lottery. It's funny. That's actually kind of a funny thing to think about. Like, what team did you just jump on the bandwagon for whatever reason? Like, I'm on the Milwaukee Brewers bandwagon. Of course, it's a short trip. Once the series is done, I'm off the wagon.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that where you just decided to embrace a team?
Boy, I'm trying to think. Well, you know what? I did that with the Mariners in the 116 season. I really thought they were going to be like, it was really one of my first years here. So I wasn't quite a Mariners fan because I just got here and I was a huge Red Sox fan. But it was hard not to get caught up in that 116 season. So I jumped all over that bandwagon and it ended so quickly. That's what was so, like, first round of the playoffs was so disappointing.
Ah, yeah.
How about you, man?
Last year I was torn because I actually jumped on the bandwagon for both the Capitals because of Ted Smith.
Oh, right.
After the Devils were done, I always try and pick a team that, even if it's in the same division as my team, I typically want to see my friend's team do well if my team's already out.
Yeah.
Unless it's the Red Wings, I'll never root for them.
Oh.
But I also was rooting for the Vegas Golden Knights because of the whole backstory of it being their first season, the crap that everyone had to endure in Vegas with that tragedy.
Yeah.
There was so much going, and I love Marc-Andre Fleury and how he just kind of got, he was done with Pittsburgh, and so I wanted to see him do well to kind of give them the middle finger.
Oh, and that time where you almost got to see the game, that really put you on the bandwagon.
Did not need to remember that.
Man, when are you going to bring up old stuff, BJ?
That was such a
Today's Hug a Drummer Day, not kick a drummer in the nuts day.
I thought you got to see such an amazing inaugural season almost live.
Almost.
Got to see it on. We got to see it on TV though. It was great.
That was
pretty
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
While I was rocking my Vegas Golden Knights hat and shirt.
I know it was. I just love it. He's just telling the server, "I think I'm going to trade these in. I'm done."
Yeah. What's the return policy on those?
I should have checked, Rev.
Yeah.
Probably once you put it on your body, it's not allowed to be returned.
Well, it depends on the temperature. If you didn't heat it up in a microwave, I think you can return it.
Somebody says, dude, you're wrong. It's not just keeping it up there. It's actually use your armpit. It works very well to warm up.
So your armpit does work?
Yeah.
Wow, to get to 90-something degrees?
For warming up urine, not for other reasons.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, people do use that for other reasons, too. If you don't want to lose your virginity, but you still want to have the same kind of fun, the armpit's the way to go. And it'll hold your fake urine, too, or somebody else's urine.
Somebody says an ace bandage and wrap it around your thigh underneath your boys. Are we still talking about this?
Yeah.
I love how our listeners know this.
Yes.
Which means some of you have had to go and fake a drug test. Congratulations. Good to have you aboard. Upstanding members of the community, good to have you on the show. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
Who plays drums on the Beatles track back in the USSR?
Paul McCartney.
Yes.
Definitely Paul McCartney.
I forget that he played drums on that.
Yeah, he's super talented.
I had no idea.
Oh, that's him, actually. That's the noise he makes when he's drumming to keep
nice.
on tempo.
Yeah. All right, you want a shot at beating Steve? Hopefully there are things he doesn't know. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Innovation, resilience, agility. It's how Michigan businesses continue to work together to make a difference now and shape the future. Join us and make your mark where it matters. Visit michiganbusiness.org/radio.